chastely like with the blue futon. And who knew there was another movie from India coming to theaters this weekend? And this one is called Sarkaru Waari Paata. How did I like this movie? Just saw it about 30-40 minutes ago. It's in my head a little bit. Let me give you what I think. So first off, I'm curious about what region this movie from India is. I made a mistake, I think, with RRR and KGF calling it Bollywood, but it was actually a regional India movie. So I'm curious, like with Beast, now this one, KGF, RRR, what region of India is this one? Or is this another Bollywood movie? Like what classifies a Bollywood movie versus an India regional movie? If someone could tell me that down below, that'd be fantastic. But with this movie, what's it about? Pretty simple premise. It's about the bank system in India. And you could also call it the bank system almost around the world, of how this guy is trying to figure out why this person has so many loans out, not repaying them, but all these small people, small businesses, small people that have to take out loans, and they're struggling and they're getting their shit taken from them. But the big people, nothing's getting taken from them. No one's giving them notices to pay back their loans, and they're just straight getting government handouts because they're too big to survive. AKA Elizabeth Warren just said about BlackRock. So this is almost a worldwide problem, not just in India, even though this is placed in America for about 45 minutes to an hour, even though it's not Miami. I'm almost 99.9% sure most of it is not filmed in Miami, just because some of the dance sequences and some of the areas, I'm like, I think that's still in India, but I could be completely wrong. But anyway, did I like this movie? I thought it was a pretty fun movie overall. Yeah, there might be some little nitpicks here and there, so I'll give you those nitpicks first. So with some of the negatives of the movie, to me, is the dialogue or subtitles. I think it might be the production company that did it, because A, some of the subtitles were not matching what was on the screen. Like, subtitles were showing while no one was speaking on the screen. Or B, the dialogue was too bombastic and I could not read what they were saying. They were going completely fast speed. I'm like, whoa, 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 what are we doing here? Another issue with the movie, I think it is a little bit too long for 2.5 hours. I did enjoy the story, but with this one, I think the battle sequences should have been a little bit more here and there. Yes, this was a lot more than Beast. It's a lot more entertaining, but I think a little bit more action set pieces, and the dance sequence at the third act was be a little bit better. Or in what they did with the daughter character. I feel like they had a good storyline with the daughter character, what she was doing in America, and then what she had to go to India to kind of get this figured out. But I think her story arc in the second and third act should have been a little bit more prominent, or she should have stayed the bad girl and, with the father. But it kind of went in kind of a normal route where it was like, okay, and her arc kind of went downhill, because I thought her arc in the first half was like, oh shit, I like where we're going with this and her attitude and what she's been going up to. But of course, there's got to be some people with a change of heart type of attitude. And I think with her, though, I think it kind of went on the weaker side of her story arc as a whole. And I'll say one thing also, this is supposed to be based in Miami for about an hour-ish. It wasn't Miami at all. It was very noticeable. And I thought it was pretty funny that one of the license plates, it was CGI New Jersey. So I was also confused, are we in Miami or are we in Atlantic City, New Jersey? So there's another, geographical error there, because Miami to New Jersey, that's almost like, a day and 6-hour drive. So that didn't make sense at all. But other than that, I really enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the action with this one. And I'll say one thing, that first dance sequence sucked me in. The lights, the shoes, the production design on that one was absolutely phenomenal when I was looking at that design. Also, some of the action in this one is pretty brutal, especially with keys with blood, as well as a boat sequence, that I'm going to say, with just people getting their heads smashed in. And that was pretty fun. I do wish, though, kind of like what we did with RRR, even though the keys were bloody, there wasn't really, huge issues with their face when they're getting their shit rocked with keys. I'm like, I want to see some scars. I want to see some gashes, but we didn't see that. As well as one with a big metal bar and him getting hit a little bit. And I'm like, there'll at least be some blood on his face, because he's getting hit with the goddamn metal bar. This is the real shit right now. But the whole main reason for this movie is the story, the overall arching story of governments, big businesses, small businesses, how big businesses really don't give a shit about the small people are small companies because they know if something happens, they're going to get bailed out by the government for being too big to fail. It's also the uniparty of Elizabeth Warren saying BlackRock is too big to fail. Why is BlackRock too big to fail? What exactly have they done for the American people or for the people around the world? I'll put it that way because they're also buying stuff around the world with the World Economic Forum and shit like that. So I find that really scary what they're doing. I do think this message of what do the banks do for us? Because without us, the banks would be trash. And there's that good scene with the temple dialogue. Also, there are some really good dialogue sequences, like I said, with the temple. One about handicap quota. I thought that was a really, really strong dialogue there. And also a strong dialogue. There was another one, oh, I'm going to be so mad because he said something. And I'm like, that's a good message right there. Very solid message. I enjoyed that dialogue. So there are some really strong dialogue pieces. Oh, I think with a wolf and a rabbit, I think that's one of them, are these sharks. But there was multiple like one-liners or like paragraph liners. I'm going to put it that way. Where like, that is some good dialogue. Very good. It made a person think. Overall, Sarkaru, Waari Paata is a fun movie. It is more story of more real day or more modern day type of scenario, and I did enjoy that because all the other ones I've seen were like past like 1919, 1970s type of storyline, 1970s, 80s, but with this one being kind of a more day and age one, I did enjoy it of putting some seriousness into it as well as some comedy because his sidekick in America was pretty damn hysterical. So like I said, overall, another win in my opinion. See it if you can. Sarkaru Waari Paata will receive a 4 out of 5 with Futons, which equals at 80%. So see the correct news scores gave this one. Right now we have 0 reviews and 0 audience. So I'm the only one with that 80%. I feel like this review is kind of poop actually when I'm looking back through it. But overall, I did enjoy it. I did like the message. Good dialogue, good action set pieces. A little bit too long in my opinion for the second half and third half. It could have done a little bit more there. The third act dance sequence was a little bit off to me, but overall another win in my book. Still Beast is the weakest, and that did get a negative review. This one I enjoyed for what it was. Also, give me that region, please. Chase Talk with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of Booftoniantopia. You Booftonians, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and thank you for watching these. I'll try to watch more. I think I have like 7 or 8. I did rent the Gangs one, Gangs of Something Part 1. So I gotta watch that. That's like 191 minutes though. So that's a 3+ hour movie. That's only part 1. So bear with me and thank you.